$1 million. 21, he's gone on to own over a dozen different businesses. He currently owns an insurance firm, logistics company, fashion company. I mentioned his consultancy firm with clients that are CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. He also, ladies and gentlemen, has a real estate holding. He's also on a foundation that's developing affordable homes in the United States, a 500 home project in the United States of America, worth over $35 million in development costs. And ladies and gentlemen, he's seeking to bring that vision to Africa. His greatest joy and satisfaction is not in the accolades that he has achieved. His greatest joy and satisfaction is in helping everyday people to achieve their dreams and goals and to become financially solvent and strong, to become self-sufficient. So I'm a very grateful individual that our paths crossed, and I have the privilege of calling him a friend today, a brother. I love this gentleman so much, and I'm grateful to God for putting him into our lives and allowing us to be able to be mentored by him and to be coached and trained by him. So light up the chat with some hearts and some fires, some dynamite sticks, right? As his given middle name is Dynamite. Let's light up the chat with some dynamite sticks as we clear this virtual stage to welcome none other and the Dynamite himself, Mr. Adrian Dynamite Slow. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, Doc. Can you hear me clearly?
Man, I can see the bridge behind you, man. I can see Okay, you're looking really good over there, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. As much as I like to travel, I say I like this background today. I like this one. It's good to see you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We appreciate you all taking some time out of your day to be able to come and just fellowship with us for just a moment. You know, as Dr. Harry has said, thank you all for making a decision. Congratulations, on making a big decision to be a part of this movement. As we go across the whole world and the globe to be able to share love and peace and financial prosperity across the world is only because our collective efforts that we're able to do this. I want to start this call of make it crystal clear that this call is bigger than all of us, including myself. That one of the visionary leaders, myself and Mr. Mickle, who have come together and we've been appointed to be able to lead this challenge and this charge across the world. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to be crystal clear. We understand that the vision of this is way bigger than us. The impact that we're making in this company is way bigger than everybody that's on this line. So I ask everybody to clear your heart and clear your mind to understand that the bigger impact of this is the fact that we just get an opportunity to do this, right? I really want you guys to walk away from this call understanding that we just have an opportunity to do this, right? God blesses all of us with an opportunity in life to be able to do certain things, and we just can't take I apologize, some incoming calls. I may have to delete it in and out, but we just can't take this moment for granted. Doc, let me know if I'm coming through okay. I don't want to make sure that call didn't interrupt.
You're clear.
Okay. We can't take this opportunity and time for granted. And we treat it as business as usual. See, I've been in business in my entire life, third generation business owner, over 100 years of experience in my family. And then through my own experience of building businesses as a young lad up to an adult now who have children in college and, teaching my children how to understand life and business, I understand that every now and again, God blesses you with a certain moment in time. And I really want to make sure this message is clear. We all get a certain window of opportunity of time to be able to seize an opportunity. And so many people look at opportunities and they pass them over, right? And we understand that's the definition of poor, passing over.
Sorry, you're muted. My apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, someone line. Okay, got it. Thank you, Doc. And so we understand that, the acronym of poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly, is what happens when God blesses you to be in a certain space in life and an opportunity comes your way. And you say, oh, no, that was not for me. That's for somebody else. Well, I'm not good enough for that. Or, I don't have the skills for that. Or, this is not my skill set. Or I'm not in sales. Or, I'm not a recruiter. Or, that's for them other big leaders. It's just me, right? I'm just a school teacher. I'm just a mechanic. Or, I'm just an engineer, right? I'm not a big international leader. And so we begin to make these different justifications of why that opportunity is not for us. Right? You ever been there before? Put me in the chat. If you ever felt like an opportunity wasn't for you, and then you passed it over, you put it to the side. And so what I understand of it is, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody on this line to understand that this opportunity that's in front of you right now Don't let this one pass you over. Don't you pass this opportunity and feel that you're not significant, or it's not for you, or it's for somebody else who has a longer resume or accolades. Or when we talk about the impact that we make, that it clams you up and makes you fearful to feel like you're not worthy of it. See, I want to make it clear that everybody on this call is worthy of this cause. And that's why we're on this line. That each and every person that's on this call right now, we was all chosen for this time, for this moment in our life, to be able to do something that we're doing right now. We all have been chosen. Whether we feel like we was worthy of it or not, God bless us to be here right now at this moment to make significant impact in other people's lives. And I'm going to tell you, I don't take this time for granted. You know, I've missed opportunities before. You know, I've been a part of great opportunities that has given me an opportunity to be able to be in a position I'm in now. So I understand seasons and timing, right? And sometimes you have to take all your failures out of your mind, because we all have a lot. And Lord knows I have tons of them, right? They say, if you show me the person that's the most successful around you, I'll show you your biggest failure, right? See, everybody who succeeded has failed probably twice as many times. You just never quit. You just never gave up. And that's what made you successful. So I want everybody on this call to take up the challenge to understand that this is bigger than all of us, that you're good enough. You're on this line right now because you've been chosen for this appointed time. But it is up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us collectively to be able to seize this opportunity right now. And don't allow this opportunity to be one to put us in a classification of passing over opportunities repeatedly. We have to seize this moment, right? When the vision came to us to do the international events, we actually felt heavy. Mr. Mickle and I came together and we was looking at, you know, what we're doing in the States. You know, this company's going on 4 years, you know, so for a lot of you all that's on this call right now, just give you a background. This company is not a new company by no stretch of the imagination. This company's been around for going on 4 years. We've serviced over 200,000, you know, students and affiliates across the world in 50 different countries. So I just want to pause right there. So if you had a question in your mind, is this a new company? Is this company going to be around, right? Does this company have a future? Well, let's just look at the statistics, understanding that most companies that go into the Forex MLM, they shut down in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. They don't make it a year. We're blessed to be going on our 4th year. So if you ever wonder, right, is this company going to make it? I want you to also understand this. We beat all the odds already. See, most businesses shut down in the 1st year. We're on our way to our 5th year. So let's have a real business conversation that the opportunity is perfect for where we are. The company is already stabilized and solidified, right? So now when we looked at not doing our event in the States, we had a bit of heaviness. We canceled our States event, and we said, you know what? Most people have flown into the States to be able to come a part of our events over the last 3.5 years. This time, we're going to take our event and we're going to go into the countries. See, that was a big deal for us, and it was a tough decision for us to make. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, when God bless us to be able to make that decision, our numbers doubled. Today is the 21st of the month, and our recruiting numbers are already surpassed everything we did from January through April as of May the 21st, right? So this is how God blessed us to be able to understand that we're on the right track. Are you guys a group of people that you look for confirmations after you make a decision? You know, or are you that type of leader that when you make a decision, you look for confirmation? Put me in the chat if you're that leader. You make a decision, you pray about something, you make a decision, and then you look for confirmation that you made the right decision. Just put me in the chat. I want to make sure I'm talking to real people that we can have a real conversation. We did that. We prayed about it. We made a decision, and our business numbers doubled, tripled. So for us, that was the confirmation that we made the right decision. So as we go now on the vision of where we're going as a company, it's going to take the average man and woman who has a heart to help people, not a scholar, not an aristocrat, not a politician. We need that average and ordinary person, a leader with a good heart, who don't mind helping other people, who can come together for this cause, because our goal is just to serve people. So when you look at what we're doing, all we do as an Xtream is we share opportunity with other individuals to help them enhance their financial lives. That's all we do. So you can't sell education. You know, either a person wants to learn or they don't. We can't sell that. You can't sell an opportunity. Either a person wants an opportunity or they don't. So I don't believe in convincing people, because I believe in a principle that when a student is ready, the teacher shall appear. See, it never changes. When a student is ready, when a person is ready to receive information, they posture up, and then they can be trained. So we're looking for that average and ordinary person who just want to share and want to help. And when you tell a person about the Xtream opportunity, they're in a place in their life that they can receive it and use it. See, our system is simple. We share trade ideas 3 times a week. A person copy and paste those trade ideas to be able to earn a profit. Very simple skill set, right? We share opportunity. A person comes into our opportunity, they sponsor 300 individuals, right? They get a membership next month free. They duplicate that one time, and they're at $500 USD, right? And so when you look at the comparison of the opportunity to a lot of others, 10 people to earn $500 a month, that's absolutely phenomenal. So our business is just about sharing, right? Enhancing as we go across the world. It's that simple. And this is why I don't want anybody on this call to feel like you're not worthy to do that, because we all share all the time. So as we go into these different countries, our goal is very simple: to connect with leaders with a certain a couple of principles. I'm gonna write down 3. I'm gonna give you 3 principles to write down. And it's the same things that we hold ourselves as owners and leaders accountable to, that we look for these 3 characteristics in every leader that we talk to. Number 1, people with great moral character. We feel that you have to have a heart for people. You have to be a person who enjoys helping people. Put a 1 in the chat if you're that person. Do you love helping people? Do you have the moral character that you don't mind serving other individuals? See, what I understand is, as we go and service hundreds and thousands of people, you have to be a person that you enjoy helping people. See, that's just the key of it. You got to have a heart for people. Number 1, the moral character to do the right thing by people. We've all been done wrong by politicians. We all been done wrong by government, family members, and friends. But, you can't allow that to change your own heart. True or not true? Your heart has to stay pure, because that's who you are as an individual, right? I always say it's not what people do to you, it's how you respond that shows your character, right? A person can do anything to you, but how you respond is your true character. So we're looking for people who can respond correctly with life and business to make the right decisions. Put a number 7 in the chat if you're that person. Great moral character. That's what we're looking for. As we go across this expansion across the world, we have to have leaders that have a heart to serve and help people. Number 2, great integrity. See, that's key for me, because Mr. Mickle and I live in the States, right? But when we go international, we have to partner with leaders that have integrity to make the right decisions where we're not there. See, we have a goal to every country that we have leadership that's significant. When I say significant, I mean at least having 1,000 people that's in their organization that they're leading and growing and helping and servicing. We have a goal to put a physical office in that country with a leader that has integrity. See, we have to make sure that the leaders that we're partnering with have integrity. As every leader on this call, it would be it would be facetious for us to think that you wouldn't expect us to have integrity, right? See, I believe in being good business partners. We have to have a love of integrity, as well as so does everyone on this call have to have a love of integrity. Put a 7 in the chat if you agree with that. So that when we come to the country and we put a physical office in place, that we could put the keys. I want you guys to imagine something for just a moment. Imagine for the next 6 months that you build an organization. You're doing your launch calls. You're doing your Zoom calls. People are using trade ideas. They're making money. You having testimonials, and your organization goes from 50 to 100 to 300 to 500 to 1,000. And then when you're growing and you got leaders having testimonials that Mr. Mickle and I come to your country, whether you're in Zambia, whether you're in Kenya, right? Whether you're in Nigeria, right? Wherever you are, right? You're in South Africa, wherever you are, and we observe your leadership. I want you to think about this for a moment. And we have a leader that has integrity, that we can trust and know that's doing right by the people, building an organization that has moral character, building an organization that we can trust, and we go and get a building and we decorate it with the Xtream lifestyle paraphernalia. We put in the Wi-Fi, we put in the tables, we put in the chairs, we put that together. Now we grant you a physical location. Guys, put some fire in the chat if you can see what I'm saying. Put a heart in the chat if you feel like a physical location will help your country, if it'll build more for your community, if your community will feel more solidified. it would feel more solidified if we can hand you the keys, right? See, that's why we have to have a leader that has integrity, because we have to be willing to hand you the keys to a physical location and you lead the challenge. And we don't have to worry about the leaders making good decisions to take care of the people because we're partnering with the right people. See, I want you to understand. I want you to visualize that, because every time we start building an organization and building a team, I don't want you just thinking about just building a team. See, we can't think that way. That's too small. I remember as I started this call, I said, God has appointed all of us for a season and a time like now, that we can't allow opportunities to pass us over. We can't pass over this opportunity, so we have to seize it. And I don't want you to think about you just building a team. You're building a community. You're building your village. You're building your country. I want you to view this differently. Don't look at it, I'm just getting 3 people. Oh, I'm just going to get 10. You're not. No. We're building a community. We're building a country. This is the way you have to view this, because this is the way that we view it. See, this is how we view it. We don't view it, right, as Petrus just building up his team to get 10 or 15 people. We don't just see it as Collins trying to get 100 people, or we don't see it as Free Flow trying to get 200. We don't view it that way. We look at it as every leader building their community to make sure they have testimonials, results of people that successfully growing, that you could build your country. It's not about building a team. It's about making massive impact into the lives of others. See, this is why the integrity has to be there, because we can't worry about it. We have to be able to have great leadership conversations with every leader on this call and talk about how we're going to be able to scale up. And the third thing is work ethic. See, every leader got to have the work ethic. See, one thing you'll learn about myself is that I fell in love with work. I absolutely love working. I work morning, noon, and night. Right, my family have to tell me to stop working sometimes. You know why? Because my father taught me as a young boy that hard work is healthy. See, my grandmother is 90 years old, you know? She's 90 years old. And guess what? She still walks around. She still talks. God bless her to be in her right mind. But you know what? I saw her at 60 years old still walking to work. I saw her 65 years old walking, right? I seen her 75, 80 years old still facilitating. See, I seen her, as long as she had breath in her body, she was willing to do the work. See, what I believe, that everything great in life comes from those who's willing to do the work. See, I believe nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. See, I believe laziness, is no reward for laziness other than poverty. I believe that laziness does not reward higher achievements in life. Only work ethic does. Put a 7 in the chat if you're a person that you have impeccable work ethic. See, what I believe as a leader, every leader has to have an impeccable work ethic in order to create a standard of people who have impeccable work ethic. See, I don't believe you should ever expect someone to do something. This might step on some toes, but this is a leadership call. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't believe as a leader, you should ever expect someone to do something that you're not willing to do. That if you can't be an example of it, you shouldn't coach it. Hello. You shouldn't coach it if you can't live it. See, that goes back to being integrity. See, you shouldn't coach it if you don't do it. See, you don't expect people to do things that you're not doing. See, everything that I'm willing to coach you guys is because I live it. So I could do these calls every single day of the week because my life is absolutely transparent. Read my book is an absolutely transparent deal. See, I'm comfortable speaking like this because of my integrity, my moral character, my work ethic. So when we look at leaders that we want to partner with, we have to have leaders that fell in love with the work. Because guys, when you're talking about opening up offices all across the country, imagine 12 different offices in different countries in the continent of Africa. That's going to be work, true or not true. Imagine the investment that the company has to make, and that we have to be willing to support leaders in other countries to help them build up their communities and their family. That takes work. So I want to have this call and be totally honest with everybody on this call. It's going to take impeccable work ethic to make this vision come to pass. We can't talk about it. We can't just act like, taking days off is going to be okay. We have to work every day like the event is tomorrow. Does that make sense? We have to work every day like making impact has to happen today. See, what I understand about life is this. Life is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised today. Many of you may not know my story, but me and my family was in a car accident last summer. We came from any event. And on the way from the event, somebody hit my car from the back. My truck flipped 5 times. I got thrown out of my vehicle. The same man that's talking to you today. I got thrown out of a moving car, flipped 5 times, landed on my head and my face in the middle of the highway. Did I know that morning when I woke up that was going to happen? I didn't. I didn't know 30 minutes before it happened. See, this is what I'm saying. Life can happen to anybody, but the legacy that what we create is going to last beyond our time. We don't have time to waste. See, that's why I don't take time for granted. I don't take it for granted because I know it could be gone in the moment. So the work that I'm willing to do, I got to get it all out. Because I don't know when my soul and my life is going to be required. So while I have breath in my body, I'm going to give it everything I got. While I can lead and coach and help other lives go to the next level, I'm going to give it all I got. Because in the blink of an eye, I woke up in the hospital. And I had to get my body back in mobility and learn how to walk again and, go through the aches and pains to be able to get myself strong again. It took me weeks and months to go through a healing process. But through that pain, I kept pushing. And I kept pushing because I wanted to heal. I wanted to get stronger. And this is what it takes to be a leader who when you want to win on a high level, you got to be willing to go through the pain to have progression. Nothing ever happens without progression and pain in the process. To build this out, guys, we can't take time for granted. We got to get it done. Every day counts. Every sign up counts. Every family that we help, it counts. And we got to do it like time is of the essence because you don't know how much time you're going to have to get it done. I don't take time for granted. So when I asked Dr. Benjamin to do this vision call, I want to give it to you guys from the depths of my heart of who I am as a leader and why do I think this certain way and why do I build a certain way and why do I live this certain way? Because I was a person too, that if God would have required my soul last summer, you guys wouldn't have met me today. But I believe I was destined in purpose to do exactly what I'm doing right now, to be all across the world teaching leaders how to go to the next level. And I always felt like God would get the glory for my story of my life. The way I've lived my life, that God would get the glory for that I would impact other people's lives across the world. So for me and Mr. Mickle to be able to partner, to take our skill set, our resources, our talent, and give it freely to this community to say, here, we're willing to support you. Let's make sure you got the right moral character. Let's make sure you got integrity. Make sure you got the work ethic. And let's make sure we're willing to do the work to impact other people's lives. And guess what, guys? You're good enough. Did everybody on this call, regardless of your walk of life, you're good enough. You can do it. You just got to stick to the system. And guys, we can do some absolutely amazing things with our lives if we just come together and get it done. That's all we got to do. We got to keep this absolutely simple. Dr. Benjamin is one of the most entrusted leaders that we have in this company. We respect him and we love him dearly, and he knows the system. So you guys are so blessed to be able to work with him every single day. Don't look at him as the old medical doctor. Don't look at him as just Harry Benjamin from Jamaica, that moved to Nigeria, that came to the States, that had a car lot. Don't look at him in that eye. Because if you look at him that way, let me help some of y'all on this call. If you view him only that way, you're going to miss the leader and the heart of a lion that God has blessed to be in your life. You're going to miss it, not taking him seriously. Because I watch this man work morning, noon, and night relentlessly, thinking about Zambia, thinking about Tanzania, thinking about Zimbabwe, thinking about Ghana. I watch him work diligently every day, following up with the text messages, following up with the calls, inviting you to the conference call. I watch him work diligently morning, noon, and night, 22 hours a day thinking about you guys. That's the leader that you have. So put some hearts in the chat for the leadership that you have. Because every leader does not have that. Every organization does not have the magnitude of a leader with that much work ethic. People run their mouth, but they don't do the work. You got a man that's articulate in speech, but man, does he do the work every single day to make sure that this organization can grow, to make sure that these regional events go through, to make sure you get ranked up, to make sure you make money. You have that type of leader. So let me help anybody on this call. Do not take that level of leadership for granted. Because everybody do not have that type of leader that's willing to lead an initiative that's going to help your family make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $100,000 a month. He's more concerned about your success than he is his own. He calls me about you guys more than he called me about himself. So it would be amiss of me to be on this call and not give it up to your leader. Because some of you all might just look at him as the medical doctor, Harry that had the car lot, Harry that was in Jamaica. You know, you might just look at him that way. But let me help you. Change your perception. Change your perception. You have a fearless leader that will work around the clock to make sure that your family wins. So I believe it's a level of respect that should always be there when you have a leader that exemplifies that level of sacrifice every single day for your family. And if anything I could do to support, my support is there. So I just wanted to come on today just to allow you guys to know that you're good enough, to stay focused, to stay determined, that we got to close out this month strong, that I know a lot of people on this call make commitments of what you want to do with your business. Guys, I'm going to close with this. See, commitment is doing what you said you was going to do when the thought or feeling that you said it in is gone. See, let's make sure we got this clear. People say things and it fades away when they're not excited. It fades away when it doesn't go their way. Let me help you. It fades away when they don't get the results immediately. They have a change of heart. See, that's not commitment. That was just a goal that you said. See, a commitment, you're willing to sacrifice something. You're willing to give up something to gain something, and you're willing to stay committed to the process all the way until you accomplish the target. See, a winner can stay excited for a lifetime. Some people can stay excited for a day. Some people can stay excited for a week or two. But one of my mentors always said that a winner can stay excited as long as it takes to get the job done. Are you guys excited for your own life? Are you excited for your own future? Are you excited about doing something in your community? See, it's not for me to be excited. It's for you to be excited. Are you excited for what you can do to take your family to the next level? Are you excited about that? See, it's not about am I excited about it? It's not about if Mr. Mickle is excited about it. The question is, are you excited about your opportunity? Are you excited? Do you go to bed at night thinking about it? Do you get up in the morning thinking about it? Do you want to make sure you're your absolute optimum best every single day, that you seize this opportunity? See, you have to be excited for your own life. We're just leaders that God has used to bring this opportunity to the table to help other leaders across the world do something for their life. This is the position that Mr. Mickle and I stand at. We're just vessels used to bring it, but it takes all of us coming together to execute it at a high level. So, ladies and gentlemen, I stand here in full level of humility and full levels of honor and in total gratefulness to be a leader that has the opportunity to do this with you all. And in just as much as the work that we understand that it requires from us, I always want to be honest with you guys and tell you the work is going to be required from you. To stay focused, stay committed, and stay to the ground and get the job done. And I look forward to this event that we're going to have in Nigeria, in November. But Mr. Free Flow has one on the 25th, this Saturday, that's coming up in Lagos, Nigeria right now. And I'll let them, talk about it before the end of this call. But if you're in Lagos, Nigeria area, you should be at the event. You should not allow these events to pass you by. We will do a series of events moving forward over the next couple of weeks and months in every area. And I'm going to end with this. Every leader needs to have this mindset. Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, you need to have a regular monthly event building momentum up before Dr. Harry gets to that area. See, it's 5 or 6 months right now before we get there. You need to start having events. Leaders need to start coming together, and you have to start hosting events. You can start small, 10, 15, 20 people. That's fine. In a free location somewhere, that's fine. But then you need to start growing and moving into a hotel. And you need to start growing your event, because guess what, guys? We're coming to town. But we have to have the leadership in every area already there before we come. Because obviously it's an expense that we have to take on to fly to every country, to support Dr. Harry going to every country. It's a financial expense that we have to take on. So we have to do the work to make sure that it makes sense. And the business-wise, for every leader has been committed. We're only going to the countries where the leaders are committed. I'm going to be totally honest with you. We're only going where the people are in alignment with the vision and they want to put the infrastructure in play. We have an 18-month vision in this company, and it goes in 3 phases. The first 5 to 6 months right now is building up the momentum and getting every area over 1,000 people in every market. That is our absolute target, to get every leader, every area between 1,000 and 2,000 people in that market before we get there in October, November. That's phase one. Every area that we look at doing an office has to have that level of growth. 1,000 to 2,000 people, and that's small. Lagos, Nigeria, 230 million people. Ghana, 40 million people. Come on, guys. We talk about 1,000 people. That is a drop in the bucket for a leader in an area that has that many people. So, but we know in our model, you need at least that many people for it to work. Step number 2 is physical infrastructure. When we go in and put in these offices, when we start putting that in play to support that marketplace who did the work in phase 1. And step number 3 is our affordable housing program. God put it on our heart. Mr. Mickle has a very strong real estate background. I've served as consultant on a lot of large projects in real estate myself. We want to put an affordable housing project in the continent of Africa to be able to support the different countries and the leaders and the people in Xtream in those areas. That's our phase 3. That we can go through each phase. Do you guys see that? This is the vision of where we are. So this is why I tell you it's bigger than a team. It's bigger than you just building a couple of people going to $500 or $1,000 a month. No, we're talking massive. We're talking real estate development. We're talking impact in schools and education. This is the level that we're seeing what we're doing. So let's make sure we understand where we're going from a holistic approach and why in phase 1 right now for the next 6 months that we can't skip the work, guys. We can't skip the work. Somebody just put work ethic in the chat. Just put the word work in the chat. We can't skip the work. We have to do the work up front. To build into what we're trying to do over the next few months, we have to do the work now. To make it make sense, to fulfill the company's holistic vision, we have to do the work now. We have to fall in love with the work. And as we do the work, now you see the larger vision of what we want to do for the country. But we can't get to phase 2 and phase 3 without doing phase 1. So I want to end with that, guys, because it's a lot bigger than what we think about building teams. It's a lot bigger than 3 and free. It's a lot bigger than apprentice or silver or diamond. It's a lot. The vision that God has given us, guys, it is huge. And we don't take it for granted. We have to do the work to get the reward. I don't reward my children for not working, right? You have to do the work. And I just fell in love with work at a young age. And I'm just grateful because I can share that working spirit with this community. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your time. I hope we've been able to say something that's been able to help you. I'm going to pass it back to Dr. Bishop if you want to bring up Mr. Mickle, to be able to share a couple of words, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate the time, to be able to share. And I hope let's put a 7 in the chat if you grasp the vision of where we are. If you understand at this point now why we're so intense about what we're doing, why the cause is important, why building your organization is important, why us coming into the country is so important, and why we have to do the work right now, guys. Everybody on this call, you're good enough. You're good enough. We just got to band together and do it. So it's your boy, Adrian Dynamite, on the Living Legend, guys. My saying is we got to pay the price up front and full with no discount. I count it as a blessing to serve you guys every day. I count it as a blessing to be in a partnership with my partner, Mr. Mickle, every day. A man that's absolute integrity, absolute work ethic, a mentor and a brother of mine to be able to share this vision with. So, Dr. Harry, I'm going to pass it to you as you bring up Mr. Mickle, sir. Thank you so much.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's light up the chat with some hearts and some fires and some dynamite sticks. That vision casting was extremely powerful. It resonates so deeply. I'm so grateful that I have a chance to be in this vision. And yes, sir, I'm not going to pass over the opportunity at all. I am all in from the head to the toe, to the back, to the side, everything covered up with this vision and seeking to spread it. So thank you for lighting up the chat, everyone. This was very powerful. Let's go to another extremely powerful leader. I'm so grateful and thankful for this gentleman's life. I met him for the first time I met him when I went to our first regional international event. He saw the work I was doing in Nigeria, and he told the other founders that we should invite Dr. Benjamin to come to the first international event that we're having. So he did. He didn't even know me. We hadn't spoken. He just from a distance saw the work. And why was he able to spot it? You know, he started his career in banking. He worked for 9 years with Bank of America, the fourth largest bank in the world. And he left Bank of America after just 1 year of doing network marketing in 1996. He got into network marketing full time. He's been in network marketing for 28 years. He's earned over 13 million US dollars in income for his family. He's built, ladies and gentlemen, a real estate portfolio that is in excess of 40 million US dollars and continues to grow. Last year, of note, he took 5 cruises with his wife. 5 different cruises, ladies and gentlemen. Not just that he has the money to do it, but 5. Yesterday, somebody said, "Oh, could I talk to him at 8 o'clock in the morning?" I'm saying, "Sorry, he doesn't get up until 10. Right before it's 10 o'clock before he'll talk to anybody." I'm so grateful for this gentleman's life. He has a heart of helping people to succeed. He truly, truly, truly lives it, and he invests his time to do that, and that's why he's on this call. He's a purpose-driven leader, and I'm so grateful and thankful that God put him in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put more hearts and more fires in the chat and light it up as we welcome none other than B. Jacob, money-making Mito, our CEO. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so grateful for his life and co-founder. Are you there, Mr. Miko?
Yes, Dr. B, how are you doing today?
I'm being amazing and grateful, sir. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing super fantastic, man. Man, you and Mr. Sloan, man, you guys don't need me on this call because I think you guys got it. Man, the vision that you guys have and the vision that Mr. Sloan just painted, I just was sitting here like, wow. If I was in the audience listening to this for the first time, I would be ready to run through a brick wall. And because, you know, the vision is strong, it is set. I mean, he said it with conviction. And the way that you are, you know, are leading the chart. I mean, there's no day off for you. And I'm just sitting here, man, watching you two gentlemen just kill it. Just kill it, man. And you pouring your hearts out to this community of people that's on here to let them know that we are very, very serious about our mission and our vision of where we're heading and what we want to do, you know, for different countries and how we want to impact the world. I think Mr. Sloan did an excellent job of conveying that to you guys. So I just wanted to let you guys know, and you heard him say, don't take this moment in time for granted, guys. Success is straight through the dumpster. But the sad part is that most people park there because they don't see themselves coming through the other end. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, do not, and I repeat, take this moment in time for granted. We will be building the affordable homes and, you know, doing exactly what we set out to do in these different countries. But the question you need to ask yourself, will you be a part of the impact? That's the question. And I know some people on here, and I was asked this question, and Dr. B can attest to this, you know, how can we trust you guys? And, you know, to do what you say you're going to do. And I said, first of all, the trust is not on us. The trust is on you because we're building everything around you. Can we trust you to do what you say you are going to do or what you're going to do? And then you have to see whether or not we're going to do what we're going to say or do. I said, how many other companies that you've been a part of made this promise to you? How many other CEOs, how many other CFOs and COOs or VPs of sales saying that we're willing to come and build affordable homes? How many offices, people probably made promises to open offices in your area. The question is, did you do what you said you was going to do in order for that company to do what they told you they were going to do? See, guys, you got to put something in to get something out, right? All this stuff costs money, stuff called overhead. That's why we're looking for at least 1,000 plus to have boots on the ground before we already made the commitment. All you have to do is commit to do it. And see, guys, when I think Mr. Sloan talked about work ethic, guys, you got to be willing to work when nobody else is looking. You got to be able to work when everybody else is taking the time off. See, guys, I came into this industry 28 years ago, and about my first 4 years, I was just running, just going through the motion, just excitement and just you know fire on ice. I mean, I was just on fire right now, and I was just going until I realized, until my mentor said, "Hey, you got to realize what you're running for." So I created something called 7 Days of Saturday. I want to be able to take whatever I can do on the weekend. I want to be able to do it on Monday. See, because I used to run into so many people. Every time I would ask them to come to a meeting, they would say, "Well, Saturday is my day to go to the grocery store, go to the cleaners, wash clothes, run the kids over here, do that." And I was like, man, I can't get these people to come to the meeting. And I said, you know what? I want 7 days of Saturday. Because if I want to go to the cleaners on a Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, I can go to the cleaners. If I want to go to the grocery store, I want to be able to go to the grocery store any day of the week. I want to be able to go to the cleaners or wash clothes or whatever it may be. And people say I'm going to rest on Sunday. I want to be able to rest on Wednesday if I need to, Tuesday if I need to. So when I worked my butt off to create 7 days of Saturdays, I took that serious. There was some soccer practice. There was cheerleading practice. There was dance recitals that I missed. But I was willing to sacrifice that for my family. But see, now my family and I live 7 days of Saturday. I was able to pay 3 years of tuition for all three of my daughters with no student loans. With no student loans, simply because I made a decision on June 8th, 1996, to change my family's life. But I took that serious. See, because I don't look at this business as just a network marketing. And I think Mr. Sloan said it best. Stop looking at you just building a team, stop building a community. See, because people transfer with you. When you leave, if you have to go to another company, you have to go to build another. You don't want to keep starting over. When you do right by people, see, people follow people that they know that can lead them and help them get to where they want to go. Dr. Benjamin is that person. He's been committed to this community over 3.5 years and going on 4 years now. So why do you think we're looking at the lens through his vision of what can happen internationally? That's why Mr. Sloan and I not partnered, but got behind Dr. Benjamin, and we were pushing forward the international market. And those of you that's on this line, you trust him, and he trusts us, and we trust him. Now we're building the belief between you guys and us so we can trust each other. But guys, you got to do something though. You just can't wish it. You got to get up and do something about it for freedom. Freedom ain't free. I promise you it ain't. But all of you guys have the opportunity to do it. You got to be willing to do it when nobody else is willing to do it. You got to be willing to fight for the team when nobody else is willing to fight. Stand up for whatever you believe in. And ladies and gentlemen, this community, we're not saying that we're perfect. We're not even saying our back office is perfect. But I promise you, we will be there, very, very soon to have everything that you need, and everything will be in place. But right now, guess what? We have everything in place for you to win right now. Everything is in place for you to win. The academy, the signal, the compensation plan. That I love this compensation plan. And I don't think there's anything else out there can touch it. And one thing about it, we have not changed our compensation plan. So you get in and you win. You get in and you work. I mean, when you see that the volume is when the volume is 160, 168, 80, 160, 80, that's going to pay you $500 a month. Now all that equates to is 442, man. That's what it comes out to be. And then once that happens, you get promoted. And guess what? Every single week, we send you we make sure your money's in your back office. Either you can leave it on the platform or you can request it. That's up to you. We have not missed a payment run. I don't know how many weeks, but I can tell you going on 4 years. We've been blessed in that area. There's a lot of companies that we see that spin off. People left us and went to start other companies. And they only lasted anywhere from 6 to 9 months because they were trying to put us out of business. Mr. Sloan said something to me. And I said, man, these guys trying to put us out of business. Mr. Sloan said, you cannot go in business trying to put another company out of business. And you know what? That resonated with me, and it put so much fire under my butt that I have not stopped thinking about that. You can't go in business trying to put somebody else out. And I can tell you, I had a vision for this company, and I know it's going to happen. That we will be the largest online academy in the world by 2025. I've been saying this for 3.5 years. Now, Mr. Sloan and I, we are rallying behind that cause because we have no doubt there's been plenty Forex trading companies, plenty network marketing companies. But I'm telling you, our eyes is going to be on Xtream before the end of this year. And guess what, family? You are in already. That means all eyes is going to be on you. People are going to be calling you to join your business. People are going to be saying, why in the heck you been in here for 8, 9 months and you didn't tell me? Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you have your phone number? Why you just didn't come to knock on the door? Those are the type of things, inboxing, Facebook and Telegram, and they're going to be trying to find you guys in the next 6 to 8 months. But the question is, will you be in position to take the call? See, because family, you have an opportunity now to not only make 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. There'll be some of you guys by the time we get to Nigeria, by the time we get to Jamaica, will be over $5,000 to $10,000 US dollars in your organization. See, family, we're putting all this together for you guys. See, the vision is clear for us. We already wrote it out. We know exactly what we want what we want for you guys. You just got to trust the process. You just got to trust the process. And I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, you have a CFO and a COO that got your back. See something, say something. And if we can fix it immediately, we will. But if we can't, we will let you know and just give us a little bit of time. But guess what? It's not on us. Because we already created the opportunity on January 25th, 2021 for you guys. So now it's up to you guys to take advantage of the opportunity. See, because opportunities never miss, family. Keep this in mind. It just passed on to somebody else. I watched my dog walk around in my house. He's 16 years old. He'll be 17 on the 29th of this month. Make no excuses. He's blind and he can't hear. But he can find his water pail, and he can find his meal pail that we put the food in. He know exactly how to get back. He know exactly where his little bed is. Make no excuses. He might bump into something every now and then, but he back up, refocus, and keep moving forward. Guys, that's life. That's life. I watched this dog. He just was in front of me just a minute ago. He bumped into the side of the table, backed up, and we went over and found his bed. And now he's laying down resting. He's resting, right? So I'm just saying, family, that's how life goes. There are going to be bumps and bruises in the road. There are going to be hiccups. But guess what, family? You got to keep moving. Keep your feet moving. So with that being said, man, you guys right behind Dr. Benjamin. When he said turn left, do not question. Because he knows exactly where he want to take you guys. And all he needs right now is a few people to step up and say, I'm the one. See, because right now, everybody looking camouflage. You're looking the same. Somebody got to say, I'm the one. Stick your neck up. Ms. Abigail, welcome back to the family. And you know, it says how I feel about you. I see you on the call. But I see your energy and your passion for this company. Welcome back to the community. People are starting to come back to this community. Because guess what? We ain't going nowhere. And guess what? They see it and catching the vision all over again. But this time it's better than it was in the past. So family, I just want to say, I love you guys. There ain't nothing you can do about it. But you got to also show love for you and your family. And sometimes that might be uncomfortable. See, I was willing to give up some dance recitals. I was willing to give up a few cheerleading practices or whatever. Yes, my wife was mad at me a lot of the times, but now she loved it when I'm home, when I'm doing the daddy duties. She loved it when she can travel and do the things that she needs to do. But I had to sacrifice up front. Success is straight through the dumpster, family. So I'm just saying it ain't gonna be easy, but we're willing to lock arms and take this journey together. So with that being said, family, God bless. And I see all you guys at the top, and I see you guys soon in Jamaica, and I see some of you guys in Nigeria. So with that being said, back to you, Dr.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's light up the chat with some hearts and some fires. Let's do some fires and some hearts in the chat. Man, oh man, oh man, we got it today. We got it today. Double power, double power. Man, oh man, I'm fired up. I'm excited. I won't try to add anything to this call except to say, ladies and gentlemen, that was just so great. Some of you know that we have a new gold member in our community, and we're very fired up and excited. So tomorrow, I want us to everybody here, I want you to join us on the call. There's a special call happening. If you could, for me, somebody post the link in the chat for tomorrow's call. If you could post the link for our international corporate call happening at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. West Africa, Nigeria time. That's 6 p.m. East Africa, Kenya time. That's 5 p.m. Central African time for Zambia and for South Africa. And that's 3 p.m. for Ghana. Somebody please put it in the chat for me, please, the link for the meeting that's happening tomorrow at that time. It's very, very important. Hey, Mr. Mickle, your camera is now on. I can see you now, sir. If you could come off mute again. You're muted. You're muted. You have to unmute.
Yeah,
sir.
somebody said, can we please see the speaker? So I'm sitting here to have to show my face. Yeah, this is the Jacob Mickle.
Yes, sir. Live and in living color.
Absolutely.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right, so somebody put in the chat for me that link for the meeting happening tomorrow. Everybody here, please join us on that meeting. I gave it the time. It's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. for Ghana. That's 4 p.m. for the United Kingdom and Nigeria. 5 p.m. for Zambia, South Africa. And that's 6 p.m. tomorrow for Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and those other countries in East Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to challenge everybody on here. We have a presentation. It's our Blitz presentation. I know Karen May from the UK will be launching on that meeting. It comes up in 40 minutes. All right, we have a presentation today, 2 Blitz presentation that comes up. One comes up in 40 minutes. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's in 40 minutes from now, whatever your time zone is. Go into your phone, invite 2 people, 3 people, 4 people to come to that presentation. I'll be doing that presentation on behalf of our community. And then we'll have another one coming up today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. is going to be 8 p.m. for 7 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's at short to that. So 11 p.m. in the night for Ghana, 12 midnight for the UK and Nigeria, and 1 a.m. for Zambia, South Africa, and 2 a.m. for Kenya, right? So ladies and gentlemen, light up the chat for me with some hearts and some fires. But please be on this link in another 35 minutes with guests. Come back to the meeting for our presentation of the opportunity. But don't come alone. Bring along a friend, bring along a family member. Let's expand this community. We're doing that presentation in another few minutes. Do not miss out on it. And then tomorrow, remember, tomorrow for our corporate call, come and hear from a gentleman that got to the 2,000 US dollar rank in our company in about 2 months, right? 2 months, right? So I don't even want you to hear from him today. I want everybody to show up tomorrow on our corporate call. Bring more people to come and hear him talk about his story. He has developed already, I think he has 3 members who are silver members earning $1,000 already, and several members earning $500. And this just happened in 2 months. He's already earning $2,000 a month. He has 3 members earning $1,000 a month. He has several members earning $500 a month. I've lost count. Right? You do not want to miss out on coming to hear from Mr. Donald Williams from Savlamar, Jamaica. You want to be here tomorrow to hear from him. An amazing success story that happened in, boom, like that. Joined him less than 2 months ago, and already he's earning $2,000 a month. He has 3 members earning $1,000 a month, and I lost count of how many people are earning $500 a month in his team, and several others who have earned money. So great stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's light it up tomorrow. You have the link. If you don't have the link, please get with anybody. Can put that link for me. Somebody, Donald or Princess, we could put the link for tomorrow morning in the chat, or Bright, if somebody could put that in the chat, because it's not on my computer, it's on my phone, and my phone is not on the Zoom. Don't want to belabor the time to get on there just to put the link in the chat. If not, check our Common Unity Telegram chat. You'll see the link being posted there before the corporate call tomorrow. It will also be sent out by email to all of the registered members. But if you're not a registered member, you're going to have to ask somebody in our community for that link. On this very same link, ladies and gentlemen, let's join us on this very same link in another 35 minutes or less, less than 35 minutes, right? Where we're gonna have another powerhouse, we're gonna have a powerhouse presentation of the opportunity. You wanna invite guests. So everybody here, get at least 2 people on there, and let's be back on here in another 30 minutes. And we will be having a very powerful presentation of the opportunity, and another one follows up by that later on today. All right, great. Thank you very much for Mr. Sloan for putting it in the chat. There we go. Copy out that link for tomorrow. You do not want to miss hearing from Mr. Donald Williams. I promise you, your heart is going to be filled to overflowing with inspiration when you hear this gentleman speak tomorrow. You do not want to miss it. It's one of the fastest stories of success. And it's not that he's earning $2,000 a month. He has 3 members already earning $1,000 a month, and they are about to get to $2,000 a month. He has, can't count how many people earning $500 a month in his team, and so many other people doing well. So you want to come and hear from him, understand what he's doing. He lives in a rural part of Jamaica, not even the capital. He's on the opposite end of the island from the capital. So what he has done is so amazing that he lives in one of the smallest communities in the country, and at the same time has created one of the biggest results in the entire nation. You have to come and meet this gentleman. You have to come and hear from him, because definitely he's walking the walk, not just talking the talk. He's getting it done, and he's got it done in extremely fine style. So I don't want to, give you any bit of it today. You have to come back tomorrow. Copy that link out of the Zoom chat. It's just been posted there, and come and be on that call, right? Be on that call, right? Fill up the call, right? Be on that call, right? All right, keep the link open so they can fill up the call. All right, so I'll keep the link open. I'll just mute everybody until the time comes for the call. So I'll leave the link open until 30 minutes. We'll come back on here and we'll start the presentation. Well, we won't close the Zoom. We're going to leave the Zoom open, and then what we'll do is that we're going to leave the Zoom open for everybody. All you have to do now is just go on your phone, start making calls, invite as many people as you possibly can, and let's have one of the most amazing presentations ever. All right? Starts in about 25 minutes from now. So let's go ahead. You have more than enough time to invite, so that we can load up the call. All right? So we're going to mute it so that we can have silence, and then afterwards, we're going to unmute, play some music, and then we're going to go, boom, drop the information for people to get involved. Love you all. I'll see you on this very link. We'll be back here in just a few more minutes. All right. Love you, everybody.